some point, so I'm just going to explain what's happening tonight. Basically, I'm going to be playing ranked, maybe some lobbies, we'll see what happens. But basically what's going to happen is I'm a little bit out of practice. I haven't played as much as I have been playing before. So I'm going to drop a lot of things, but that's not really the point. It's more about general strategy and thinking about things I have to improve on. Obviously, training mode and stuff is something that I have to do, but not really the focus of what's going on. So I'm going to be playing matches. In between my games, I'm going to be talking about, what happened in that last game, things I've noticed about my opponent, things I need to change going forward. I'm not going to so much talk while I'm playing because I think that's kind of challenging to do. But I'd love to hear you guys weigh in on things as you see them. See what happens. But for now, I'm just going to hop in, playing Urien basically the whole time. I might play some other characters depending on what happens. But we'll just jump into ranked for the time being. Maybe we'll find a lobby at some point. Levels, let me know if you're watching how my levels are. If I have to make anything quieter or louder or whatever. So we'll see what this first one is. I'm basically not warmed up, so. Ooh, a Ken player. That's like 90% of ranked, so. It's a very bad matchup for Urien, but it's also a matchup where you can take advantage of people's mistakes pretty well. But he can kind of take away all your options. I'm going to play very badly first, I'm sure. Ooh, this guy's connection is really, really bad. Got a sweet spot Aegis for him. So that first round is pretty good. We got some meter too, so it's nice. Go for it. Try an unblockable. Fucked it up a little bit, but. He said the same mix-up every time.
Final round. Go for it.
Wow, I just hate that for some reason. Yeah, you just go. Wow, his sweeps have worked on me every time. Ugh, that's frustrating. We'll see what we can do. So basically, he's done that short jab throw thing like every single time he got in my face. So I tucked it like once. So I will tuck it more this round because that really was all he did. Got me with the cross-up combo, that was good. With EX Tatsu.
Go for it.
Man, that sweep is Jesus. That sweep is heavy every time. I gotta be punishing those sweeps a little better. Okay, this will be a game changer. Try to the cross up again. Raw super? Wow, I was not expecting that. Yep, there it was again. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump. Hail Mary. No! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I missed my chop. That's so bad. Oh! Gotta tighten it up. Man, I've been a little late on that every time. Went right into it. He's gonna get me. Yep. Oh, okay.
You win.
Man, I'm getting the hard part of the unblockables, but then I'm not dashing fast enough. I think it's the way I hold my stick, dashing towards player 2 side, or towards player 1 side, sorry, on player 2 side, is hard because I have to like change my grip a little bit. So I sometimes screw up. I've noticed. But yeah, man, Ken playing aggressive against Urien is a challenge. He's on paper is your worst matchup.
Go for it.
But I find that I've played the matchup so much that I'm pretty comfortable with it, despite the weaknesses that I have, the inherent weaknesses. Man, he really has gotten me with that so many times. Oh, it's a little early with the throw. Got the confirm. I didn't get the bounce on the mirror the right way. Still got the round though. Wow. Okay. That was pretty wild.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I'm gonna eat it. That's a bad punish. Man, he really is doing that pretty confidently. Okay, I guess wrong there. He was going for the back medium kick a lot, so I blocked high on my wake up. I should just try to react to it though. I should block low and then try to react to beat up it. This might parry that time. What's up, Kenny? Wow. Wow. Guess wrong every time. Ooh, the lag spike! Oh man, that was a really bad round for me.
You win.
Sometimes you have those rounds though where you're like, okay, I'm gonna guess high, and then he goes low, and you're like, I'll guess low, and then it just happens. But yeah, so that was pretty bad. I did do the hard parts of the unblockables every time, but then I messed up my dashes. I got rushed down pretty hard. That's definitely my weakness in that matchup. If somebody's gonna rush me down really hard playing Ken or like Ryu, I kind of just eat shit. So we'll play him again. Looks like he's my opponent another time. But he does have some patterns. He does do short jab, throw. He does back medium kick for his Oki very often. So I have noticed some things. He doesn't jump much. Plus he starts the round with a jump after I say that. He never does wake up. He'll do wake up super, but he won't do wake up DPs. Okay, we got some meter, so I feel pretty good. Going into a round with the stock is really nice against Ken. That was a crouch tech, those jabs. He's really throwing me a lot, so I'm crouch teching. There we go, now we got him. Oh, I missed my fucking Aegis. Ugh. Ooh, I tried to escape. He was doing I tried to escape with a knee drop, roundhouse knee drop there.
Now.
Let's go in a little bit. Wow, okay, that's how he did it with it. Oh, got me with the confirm. Okay, now I'm in a bad spot. Ooh, the crossover.
You win.
19 universal overheads later, and I'm dead. He didn't rematch me? I think I hit yes. Maybe I didn't. So I would love to play some non-Shotos, but I'll play a million Shotos if I have to. Oh, of course. Oh, okay. We'll see how this goes. I have to play a mirror match with Kenny. Oh man. All right, we'll see what I can do. The mirror match is really interesting. I think it's a fascinating match.
Go.
It's interesting too because all Uriens kind of play differently. Okay, I'm gonna eat a lot of damage here. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I expected a quick rise, so that was why I did the medium one. Ooh, guess wrong. Guess wrong. I could smell an overhead and there wasn't.
Go.
I'm over it. Ooh, that was good. That was good. He put me. I went for tackle back with that button and missed it. No, you're not allowed to do that. That's cheating, Kenny. You don't get to know how to do that. I'm dead. Man, you cheated. You parried out of my unblockable? That's cheating. That's not fair.
You win.
That's not how this goes. We're playing online. We're playing ranked. People in ranked don't do that. That's not how this goes. Blue Uriens do not know how to do it. That's not how this goes.
Are you ready?
Very good. Very well executed. Ooh, I was trying to fake you out. Ooh, I thought you would follow your fireball in. Okay, that was sick.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
missed the parry. Very fortunate that you missed too. Oh man, the raw launcher? Wow. Wow. I thought we were both gonna naked jump. Good. Good shit. Good shit. Oh no! No! Kenny, no!
You win.
That was a good round. He had me in lockdown.
Are you ready? Go!
Oh, good parry, good parry. I thought I would get you there. No. I tried to parry through it because I knew I was going to die anyway. Okay. I probably could have blocked and maybe survived the Aegis, but it was not looking good for me. That was maybe a waste of meter. I had enough life, I didn't have to do that. You were close to a bar though. I was a little worried. No, I didn't mean to do that. No, I dropped it. You gotta try for it though. Oh no! I'm alive. I'm alive. I tried to EX knee drop over it. It sometimes works, but if you time the fireball right, it doesn't. I should have just parried. I find that I do that too often. Like, I go for, like, the fancy thing instead of just, like, parry the way out. But, you know, that's how it goes. Good games, man. Dude, I've done that so many times, especially because, like, I've been playing blue lately, and you stole my color, right? But we're gonna keep playing. So I, like, fuck up the color all the time. So yeah, that happens to me too. So, like, now I stole your color. So now, you know, now it's gonna be very confusing. Now you're gonna be flesh tone Urien.
Are you ready? Go!
The old jab. Finish that. The instant classic.
Go.
Oh, I missed it! My tackle didn't come out. Dude, it is! I swear to God. That's what happened last time. You stole my color. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna pick a completely different color. You can have your color, and I will be a totally different color, and it won't be as confusing. That's what we'll do. I'm gonna be turquoise Urien, my old standby, and then you do whatever you want. What's up, Neebs? I wish I could play Magic the Gathering with you. Okay, well, thank you guys. Okay. I'll be turquoise this time. Do you play Necro? Okay, I was gonna say. That'd be strange. Wow, all the magic homies in the chat. What's up, guys? Ooh, I'm eating it. Man, I can't believe I didn't parry all those tackles. Going for a Hail Mary. I'll answer these questions in a moment. I can kind of see them coming through and they're pretty funny. Oh! It is really, really hard to play while you're speaking. I don't really do this that often, and I'm really not used to it. Oh, I tried to parry out. It's really hard. Oh, come on! Oh, that would have been such a sick comeback. Okay, so let's talk here. So no, my name is still Mashlegs, but I always use the hashtag #AJizzReflector because Urien, the character I play, his super is called Aegis Reflector, and I'm just crude like that. But okay, so basically like the magical equivalent of this is I'm playing like the equivalent of like the old Amulet Titan decks. So like Urien's really, really hard to play like well, but he makes it so your opponent like can't play the game and just completely does insane shit if you can do it, right? So all you're doing is building meter, and you build meter by like whiffing a normal button will build a little bit of meter. And once you have the 1 in the corner, once you have a bar of meter, you can do Aegis Reflector, which is like a mirror. And you can put them in situations where they can't block and essentially can't get out. And they take a bunch of damage that is unavoidable for them. And you do this corner stuff, and like, he's gonna do it to me right now. So now I'm, okay, that was kind of weird. Again, hard to play while you're talking. Shouldn't have even spent the meter that time. The mirror is interesting. It lasts for kind of a long time, but if it's touching them, it goes away really fast. So if it's hitting them, it's fine because it lets you do stuff off of it. But if they're blocking it, it goes away. So essentially, like, when you have them in the corner, like Kenny has me in the corner right now, he can either drop a mirror on me and then gamble that I screw up and then it hits me, or you can do that, where you place it right in front of them, and then they're just having to guess the entire time. place it high or low. I'll explain more in a minute, but yeah, there's a few different schools of thought with Urien. No, I messed up my quick rise, so I just ate a mirror there. So that was an unblockable, but it doesn't really have to be. Ooh, the EX. I tried to do it that time, but yeah. So basically, like you can drop the mirror on top of them, but as they're blocking, it'll go away. So if you drop it on top of them, you have one shot to guess. So you do a high attack or a low attack, and if it touches them, then they get stuck in the mirror and they're like getting hit, and then you can like launch them with your elbow and like mash them into the wall and shit. Or what you can do is you can drop the mirror directly in front of them, and then it's called the sweet spot. So then they can't get out. They're stuck behind it, and then you're just hitting them, like getting in some stray hits, and you're not really getting a big combo or anything, but it builds back a lot of that meter, and it gets you like some guaranteed damage. So basically, like, you can either take the 50-50 where you either get a bunch of damage or no damage, or you can take the safer option where the mirror's in front of them and you get some damage like every time, and you can sometimes do another one because you build up more meter. So basically the whole game, the game plan with Urien, it's matchup to matchup dependent, and basically what you're doing is you're just trying to build meter as economically and safely as possible while you're getting in some stray hits. And then you're trying to either get them in the corner and put a mirror out, or you're trying to get a situation where you, usually off of a parry, you get a launcher, like the elbow, and then you can do an unblockable in the middle of the screen, but it's really hard to do. But yeah, so that, like Kenny said, so it does 6 hits, right? So if they're getting touched, then it'll go away. But if it's right in front of them, then it just stays there for like, I don't know, 5 seconds or something, which lets you do some things. Whoops. Yeah, I played that pretty badly. But yeah, so basically what I'm going to be doing in these matches is I'm going to be trying to like sniff out some of my opponent's gameplay choices while I safely build some meter and hang out, and I'm going to try to get an opening. That's kind of what Urien does. But the thing that's nice about him is that he does have some big holes in his game, but the unfair element is so insane, like when it's going well, that it's a good enough payoff. And also his like neutral, when you're just in the middle of the screen, not really doing anything fancy and just hitting like normal buttons, is actually pretty good. Like, he has really long limbs, and so he can kind of out poke other characters, and he does pretty good damage too. So he's kind of you can play him a few different ways. Some people play Urien like really aggressively, and you know, get their opponent cornered and then just really control the pace of the match. And I think that's the optimal way to play Urien probably. But I don't have the skills yet to do that really effectively. So I kind of play more of a patient, meter focused Urien, and I try to either get them to the corner once I've, you know, done some damage and gotten some meter, or I try to, if I'm cornered, I try to get out of the corner and, you know, either go underneath them and then get them cornered, or like back throw them. So yeah, that's essentially the game plan with Urien. Yeah, I know it's not super pertinent for you guys and some of you guys who I know are not fighting game people, but that's basically what I'm doing. I'm trying to play a very unfair game and take decisions away from people and just put them in the mix, you know? That's the goal anyway. You saw Kenny kind of did that to me there. But yeah, the other thing is this game... Dude, Magic is really bad. Magic is... It's funny, too, because I just invested so much more into Arena, and, like, Martin and I were really, like, grinding stuff out. And then even Standard got, like, pretty pretty awful. I actually think Standard is more fun than some of the other formats right now. I've been, I know this is what we're talking about, not fun things. I built Nexus in Historic, and I've been playing that. So I've been having a lot of fun, but I think no one else will ever have fun. Because if you play Historic, it's like people are playing the companions there, or they're playing Nexus, which makes the other person just sit there and wait for you to win. That's what I'm doing with Urien. I'm trying to play Nexus. I'm trying to play normal Magic for a little bit, basically, in Magic terms. And then after that, I'm trying to not allow them to do anything. They just have to sit and watch themselves die from the mirror. That's what I'm trying to do. It very much correlates to how I like to play Magic, too. Dude, Donka, I'm kind of that way, too, lately. I mean, I shouldn't say lately, because I haven't been able to play Paper Magic in a while, but I really dug hard into my cube, and my friends and I have been cubing a lot and kind of tuning the cube. And actually, before Companions came out, like, the day that the first Companions spoiled, we were like, man, should we put Lutri in cube? Because, like, he's good, and you kind of just, Lutri's the guy who you have to have different card names. So every deck, you could use Lutri. So we were like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. Like, you know, if you spend a pick on it, then you just get it in whatever deck you have. And so if you're like a burn deck, you just have it in your sideboard and then, you know, bolt them and double your bolts. But like, then a couple days passed, and the guy who I kind of curate my cube with and we just talked about it, and we were like, no, I'm good. I don't need it. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think I need to, like, have somebody twin cast a Treasure Cruise or something. Yeah, what's the most recent card I think I might like those Triomes in Cube. I think they might be nice because you can fetch them. But the most recent card I really loved in Cube. Actually, I kind of like Rankle in Cube. We added him from the last set, from Eldraine. And Rankle can be really good. Yeah, probably not Stuffy. I mean, I want that, but I don't think that would be good for anyone. But yeah, I thought Rankle was really fun because we kind of supported like fairies in our cube, or like a fairy style deck. And Rankle's really awesome in that. Like, Rankle with Bitter Blossom is really sick. You just, you know, kill all your opponent's creatures. Oh, really? Are you a Legacy cube? We're a Legacy cube. Brazen Borrower. Yeah, Brazen Borrower is really, really good. We elected to not add Oko just because, you know. Okay, yeah. I considered doing that. I think we all landed on Legacy cube. I think that how does Urien fight Chun? It's interesting. So I actually feel personally that Chun is not that absurdly hard. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it also, I mean, it depends on who you're playing against, obviously. But I think the thing with Chun is you can kind of play neutral in an okay way against her. I know that sounds kind of strange. So, okay, she dominates neutral, like she'll beat you grounded. But you can just jump around and heavy kick at safe ranges, and she doesn't really have a good punish for that. You can build meter pretty effectively because she can't really do anything to you when you're full screen building meter. You have to be very careful of her meter, but also I find there's a lot of kind of weird things. So like you can get more damage in the corner easier against her. Like if you drop, like I drop Tackle Headbutt kind of often, and the Chun combo is easier, so that's nice. She's a little wider, so it's easier to control her movement sometimes. And then also the other thing that I find is if I drop Sweet Spot, Chun players often elect to wall jump out, and you can kind of like jump Sweet Spot. You can do like Sweet Spot and then jump right after Sweet Spot and chop. And oftentimes people aren't ready for that, and I can kind of get people to fall into my mirror like more effectively than if I would have just like Sweet Spotted them normally, because they'll always jump out and you always chop them in, and they're not ready to parry for whatever reason. I mean, obviously I'm not playing like really, really high level Chuns, but I've found that it's hard, like it's not easy, but it's not as scary as like Akuma. Like Akuma, I'm totally fine. This matchup I have not played very much. So I will get command grabbed a lot and I will die. But yeah, I'm sure Donka has thoughts here. Ooh. Yep, see? I told you. I may not rematch this person, even though I really want to play Makoto. This connection is really not the best. Yeah. Wow, okay, so she's safe there? I thought that I would hit her with the knee drop. Yeah, this is kind of a bummer. I do want to play Makoto, though. Ooh, the axe kick. The axe kick timing fucked me up. I was ready to parry. So that was a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier, Tony. Like, I dropped the mirror on her, I did a 50-50 shot, and she guessed right and took no damage. Instead of, if I put it in front of her, I would get some guaranteed damage, and that's what I should have done. And here's where I die. Wow, okay. Oh, that doesn't work? This is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't play this matchup ever. So, I didn't know I have to move forward. Like, that's so stupid. I could have killed her, but whatever. But now I know, right? I've actually never had that get blocked, really. I'll still play this guy. Even though I don't love the lag. I mean, it could be like, I play Duralap a lot, and I don't, I'm not accusing this person of being laggy, but I play Duralap a lot, and like, we're so far away, because he lives in California, that it lags.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Man, Kenny's got burgers. That's sick. I'm gonna play a lot lamer than I played the last round. Yeah, I should have headbutted. Okay, he can do Kara. I kind of assumed when he picked SA2 that he was capable of doing this. Oh, man. Yeah, I get command grabbed by Makoto very, very often. I mean, obviously that's true. Got her in the sweet spot. Yeah, Frankie has a lot of interesting thoughts. Frankie considers Urien to be a very good beginner character, which I find really interesting. It's the one thing, if he's really interested in axe kick, then I can abuse that with the medium punch fireball. But I shouldn't do it at that range. That was really, really unsafe. Ooh, wow. I was not expecting that. I'll take it. That's probably the lag's fault more than anything else. But he did kind of dash forward. I mean, he may have just eaten that. Man, it is, I gotta say again, it's so strange, like, trying to talk about what's going on and playing. Like, I've done this a few times, but I've never gotten really used to it. And I don't really do it on normal Sunday night stuff because I'm either talking or playing.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, I gotta stop doing fireball there. Okay, now we're gonna back up. Ooh, that was actually pretty smart. Oh no! I think I was too far away to do another headbutt like I really wanted to. So I elected to try to do the up punch, but I missed it. Did he taunt?
Battle. Go for it.
She's so challenging to get launched. Attack that! That was a good reaction. Ah! Okay.
You win.
Yeah, I definitely need some more work in that matchup. Like, that's a matchup that I would love to play more. Like, Ibuki is one. I mean, obviously, I'm happy to play it all the time, but I really need to fight Makotos. I need to fight Ibuki, Yun. A lot of characters that I just haven't fought much since I've switched from Chun-Li to Urien. Because obviously, I've played the game for like 2.5 years now, but much of that time I was like really bad. Now I'm only like pretty bad. But I was like very, very, very bad, and like I didn't understand what I was doing. And then also like I played Chun-Li for a very large portion of that time, and I think that Urien's character to character matchup game plan varies a little bit more than Chun-Li's does. Not to discount Chun-Li at all, but I think Urien, you have to approach everybody pretty differently. It's a good point, Martin. I should get good. That's kind of the point of what I'm doing here, actually. But yeah, so like there, for instance, right? Like I got grabbed a lot, and I can avoid that with either like catching her dashing up with like a crouching light kick, or like a headbutt can go over it. So like if they're gonna try and grab you on your wake up or something, wake up headbutt is actually not unreasonable in that matchup. The problem I ran into a lot was that he was spaced really well, so that I couldn't launch her. He was maximum spaced and was doing like stand medium kick and stuff, and if I parried it, I couldn't launch her. And sometimes with Makoto, because she's so like wide stance, it kind of looks as though you can launch her in more situations than you really can. And I truthfully haven't done much practice against her. You'll see that there was one point where I got her in the corner, got her in a mirror, and I got launcher. And I did the wide body combo, the like light tackle, light fireball, light tackle chop, but I dropped it. So it didn't work. But yeah, it's a weird matchup. I don't think it's that bad of a matchup though. I don't know how Donka feels about that. Obviously, he's on the other side. He's a Makoto player, but I feel like from the Urien perspective, I'm very not seasoned in that matchup, so I'm not good at it. But if I was from a Urien perspective, I think it's not a character that I'd be super afraid to fight. Like Akuma is the character I don't want to fight, and I've actually been thinking about this. So like, I've been considering switching to a different character for Akuma. I could just go back to Chun-Li, but I've been considering learning some Oro for that matchup, because Oro actually exploits Akuma pretty well because he can stun him very easily, and he's a very cheap super that doesn't require me to actually know much to get a lot of value in that matchup. So I think like even a very like basic Oro from me would be better than, oh, I got a mutant invite? Oh man. Okay. Okay, we're gonna fight mutant. Oh boy. He's gonna pick my character for sure, because I know mutant. What? Oh, the lobby no longer exists? Mutant, if you're watching, send me another invite. I will play you. But yeah, I guess what I was saying is I've been considering switching characters for that matchup, but my concern is that like hypothetically, right? Let's say that I learn Oro for that matchup, and I always go to Oro to play Akuma. The problem is that, think about like the end game, right? The end goal for every Third Strike player is Japanese play, and that kind of means Co-op Cup, right? But in Co-op Cup, I do not get to switch. So at some point, if I always continue to go to a sub character for that really horrible matchup, I will be put in that position and not know what to do. So I think the actual Galaxy Brain way to approach it is I should not have a sub character, because eventually I will have to know the matchup. So I might as well learn the matchup now and learn to red parry out of his Tatsus and like do all the crazy shit, because I will have to do it at some point. So having a sub character is kind of weird, because I think in the immediate short term it makes a lot of sense. I think it would translate to more ranked match wins, and it would translate to more Jazzy Circuit points for me, probably. But I think in my long-term growth as a Third Strike player, which is really the goal here, it's actually bad for you to have a sub-character. Because the pinnacle of Third Strike play is cab in Japan, one character locked in. And also single game. And single game is really important because you don't have a 2 out of 3 to learn your opponent's tendencies and figure out how to get out of their dumb Akuma stuff. So you have to just go through the beatings, I think. So I kind of talked myself into learning Oro for that matchup, and then talked myself out of it pretty soon after. But I'm curious to hear everyone else's opinions on just anything, really. But things like that, like, do you feel like that's the thing that I talk about with like pad players, right? It's like, okay, well, if you play pad for other games and you want to play pad for Third Strike, that's fine, right? But what's your goal? Like, if your goal is to become a really good Third Strike player and eventually play at the highest level, then you're kind of doing yourself a disservice, I feel, to do anything that is not geared towards that. Like, for instance, I know a lot of people who play with like Sumitsu parts, and I'm such a purist that I'm unwilling to do that because I know that I'll have to play on cabs with Sanwa parts. So I play Sanwa parts now because I'm going to be so disadvantaged when I eventually go to Japan and play, because I'm going to be just so much newer and so much worse than everyone else there. So I should not add more disadvantages of like hardware unfamiliarity and character unfamiliarity and matchup unfamiliarity and stuff to that already bad state of affairs that I'm in, right? So, man, we'll try to find a lobby. I'd prefer to just play ranked and just like, you know, rattle them off, but wow, this is not ideal. And that's the thing, right? If you want to play locally and stuff, and you want to play on pad, that's fine. If that's your goal, right? There's no problem with that. It's more about like what your end goal is. And since day one, my end goal has been playing Japan, and I'm very far off from that. But I think like playing to your outs, playing to your strengths, and trying to improve are important. Ooh, we got Stormcrow in here. Okay, so I don't know who either of these players are, so we'll see what happens. I couldn't spectate, I wasn't fast enough, so. Kenny's got the Oreo shake. It's interesting. So I'm lactose intolerant, and I think I've had one shake before. I'm not really a shake person because of that, but I'm sure they're great. I mean, I like Oreos, so I'm sure the Oreo shake is a good experience. I'm sure I could also have like some sort of almond milk concoction that's like a shake, but I've just never really, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty far off from playing in Japan. You're right about that, Sean. I am 5,831 miles. Did you like Google Maps my location? That's wild. Yeah, that's pretty far. It's a long walk, but it's funny, we were talking about our plan was to go in 2021, right? But now that, like, who knows how long we're locked down here, right? We don't get to get the cab practice we were going to get in. We don't get to go to the tournaments we were going to get to go to get better. So we're not going to improve at the same clip we were going to improve at before. So we'll see. But maybe I'll do more of these and try to motivate myself to play more and to get a little better. And to get used to streaming and playing, because I have to do that if I'm going to do this. Yeah, so I actually did that when I was in high school. So there's a Cold Stone Creamery near me, and it opened up when I was in high school. And the legends were, you know, oh, Cold Stone is the best, because you can get like ice cream, something that's already good, and you can have like Reese's in it, which is like the sickest thing ever, right? And even though like blizzards and stuff have already existed. But anyway, so like my friends all wanted to go, and I was like, well, I'll go, whatever. And so I'm lactose intolerant, so I couldn't get anything. And I was there, and I was like, you know what? I'll just shit my pants. This will be fine. I'll just get it, and I'll get really sick, but I'll have like, you know, I'll have this ice cream or whatever. And so I got it, and I remember it being like unbelievably good, like so good. And I got really, really sick. And I was going to a hot tub party, like a co-ed high school hot tub party, right? Which for a lot of people, you're like, oh man. But for me, I was like, okay, I'm just not going to do this. So yeah, I just like shit my brains out and didn't do that. And I have not had Cold Stone since I was in 11th grade. So, but I remember it being like the best thing ever, so. Okay, we're fighting Ken Masters again. So we just gotta try to get him to do some dumb things. Oh, double sweep. Okay, so he is the person who I can already tell is want to Tatsu. Oh, I thought he was going to try and chip me out, so I was ready to parry something. Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, so my download round is complete. Try to red parry. Okay, that was good. That was a little closer. DP. Okay, there we go. So that was the lockdown. That's what we're going for. That's what we're trying to do. And I have another bar.
Go.
He could have supered me there, so I got pretty lucky. Oh, I mistimed it. I'm gonna blame that one on online. I deserve to lose that. I should not have spent my meter that way. I was actually really close to aegising him too, and I could have killed him. I think I just did the panic EX thing that so many people do. But that was very stupid, yeah, so I just never do that. So now we're gonna spectate. This is why I don't super love lobbies though. I wanna just kinda like get games, and I wanna play that guy again, right? So like if he loses, obviously we're gonna watch our buddy Jesse play Chun-Li, but like if that guy loses, right, then I don't get to rematch. So that's why I prefer ranked, but ranked is pretty deadly. I'll watch Jesse play, and I might hop back to ranked after one more rotation here.
All right, that's cool. Fighters ready. Engage.
Lobbies are cool when it's like your friends, right? When it's your buddies. But when it's just like people you don't particularly know and you're just like trying to get games, it's not that efficient, right? I mean, it's cool like if you're like running the table, but then even then you play guys like 1 game sets and then you just keep playing them again. And I'd prefer to like mix it up and like play different people and like go through ranked and like play 2 or 3 sets with guys. I think I like that more. I think it's more conducive to like learning and improving and stuff. But also, you know, it's sometimes kind of dry. Not that many people. Hugo. I can beat Hugo. I will say this though, this guy not super laggy, so that's cool. Looks like he plays the cast. Hyper Bomb. Not a believer in Hyper Bomb.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Not a big believer. That is a big red dog only thing. Hey man, yeah, I'm down to get some sets in. Obviously, like, you know, eat your shake and stuff. Is it eating a shake or drinking a shake? You kind of eat it still, right? I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Because some people, like, drink shakes with straws, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm so ignorant to this. But I'm assuming it's like ice cream, right? So you're just eating it. But it's also kind of a beverage. It comes in a cup. I don't know what's correct here. Hang on, we gotta take it to the internet. Do you eat or drink milkshake? Reddit says dreet, so I'm gonna go with that. That's what we got, guys. So when Kenny's done dreeting his milkshake, we can play some more. I gotta try to fight Lake Earth again, which is actually kind of a sick name. It's kind of strange, but I don't hate it. I wonder if he'll go Ken against me. I'd like to fight his Ken again to like prove I can beat it, but also I kind of am over fighting Ken all the time. Okay, Alex. Now he's back to Boomerang Raid. Okay. So now he's playing like the real super. This button, standing medium kick, is insane in this matchup. So I wasted a lot of meter, but we killed him. I blew that Aegis so that I would get the round.
Engage.
That time he teched it, that was really good. I missed the reset. Oh no! Okay. He went for sweep and I got him with the OS. Alright. Alright, so we defeated Lake Earth's Alex. Oh yeah, that's robbery at its finest. Okay, so Jesse I've fought before. We've duked it out before. I'm, we're gonna fight the Chun-Li. Chun-Li. My old flame, Chun-Li. I still love Chun-Li. Chun-Li's awesome. I know that no one else likes Chun-Li, but I like Chun-Li. Okay. I like going that far. Alright, so now we're in trouble though, because Jesse's got a bar and I don't have a bar. So we're gonna run away. Build meter. And I'm gonna let him have his meter. Oh, I was hitting a button, he got me. Coming into raw super. Oh, wow, that was so sick. Lightning Legs is actually really effective against a lot of my approach. Jesse had the right idea, but mistimed it a little bit. I also think I might be far enough away that I would have been able to block. If the gap is that big, she can't do it. They were just kind of waiting it out. I had enough life.
You win.
That's the other thing about this matchup too, is she doesn't really have anything against you far away, right? Like, I can kind of just build meter there, and nothing's gonna really happen. I do think that's interesting. It's an interesting little strength. But also, letting her build meter freely is not ideal. Games, Jesse. Okay, so we're gonna find another Makoto player.
Now.
I'm gonna try to be smarter about my launchers this time. Got a quick rise. Ooh, okay. I ate the mix-ups. Okay, so he didn't quick rise there, so maybe he's not a person who knows that about this matchup. He's gonna hit my mirror. Oh, my mirror decayed! Ooh, that was sick. Okay. Maybe it just dropped it too. But I gotta be on the watch for that, because I can get some easy unblockables if he's gonna do that. Ooh, that'll work. I'll take that. I'll get a knockdown if it means he's wasting a bar. Oh no! Okay, now I'm gonna die. Yeah, see, this is the loop I get in against Makoto all the time. Oh man, that's so crazy. If I just did nothing, I would have lived. I thought he was going to command grab me, so I did the headbutt to try and get over command grab. And he did raw super and it beat me. That's funny. Okay. I guess I'm rematching. For real? For real? Wow. Super R3. Okay. Let's go. Alright. No blocking needed. I'm just gonna parry everything. That one's pretty easy to parry. It's slow enough. Yeah, see, like the one time I didn't wake up headbutt, he just did that on most of them. Man. Yeah, so like every time that I don't wake up headbutt, he does the command grab. I could do like a light kick. I might beat it. Wow. You got big damage. So normally I wouldn't do DX there, but when you can't block, I don't even know what happened. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about this matchup. Like, what am I supposed to do above that? What is that? I've never seen that happen before. It's kind of like the first time you get Alex like head stomp looped. You're like, what happened? That was my what happened battle. She doesn't have an infinite. I know that.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Maybe we'll try. Let's go over to ranked. Let's see if we can get another ranked match. Right away. Coffee Magic. I fought Coffee Magic quite a few times actually. He usually plays Urien. I played against him. Okay, Remy. Remy's an interesting matchup. Steelhammer believes you don't have to do anything. You just hang out and you build a meter. But I find that I eat cold blue kick a lot in this matchup. See, I'm winning the meter war. That was a really good backdash. We got him in the mirror. Ah, got it. We got him in the corner. We got the Aegis. Don't want to spend my bar. Okay, I'll take this compromise. I really didn't want to spend the whole bar though.
Go for it.
Wow. Okay. Oh no. Okay. That was kind of a gamble. Yeah, Mark definitely. Mark and I have played this match a few times. Remy, huh? I've never played against this guy's Remy. I think I've played the mirror against him. I have a set against him on my YouTube channel. But I thought he played Urien.
Fight is ready. Engage.
EX A just didn't come up. That was what I was hoping for. Maybe should have just saved it. But
Are you ready?
You know, we got an arm.
Go.
That was a little bit of a borderline spot, but I think the best way to improve is to ask yourself those questions all the time. Right? Like, should I really have spent there, or should I have waited? Oh, I tried to parry so bad. I wanted that parry so bad. He definitely could have punished me there.
You win.
I've knee dropped way too many times tonight. I do think I will stand by that EX knee drop is sometimes useful for process rounds. I have used that to a lot of success. It gets you out of situations sometimes too, but it's pretty bad. Like, basically, almost all the time you spend meter that's not Aegis is pretty bad. It's kind of like Yun, right? Like, there are times when you do, like, EX rush punch or lunge punch. I gotta pay attention. I will say, it's kind of strange he's never, like, confirmed into that super. He just raw dogs it every time.
Are you ready? Go.
So there again, right? I shouldn't have spent that meter there.
Final round. Now.
But it gives me a clean kill. But now look at this, right? Now I've got this huge, you know, look at how big of a disadvantage I'm at in this third round now because I spent that meter. Oh, I teched that. Man, he could have comboed me out of that too. That was stupid. Oh, I tried to get the read there. Okay, so we did parry that. That was sick. But I did not deserve to win that round because I did some really dumb stuff earlier. Okay, so Kenny's trying to play. Alright, I will, I'll play some sets. Let's go. Let's do the thing. I don't know if you guys can see this right now. I think you don't get to see it. Okay. Yeah, actually I heard that, Jesse, that they changed it. Oh, okay. We're actually playing now. Channeling DJ Isco, fellow Texan.
Go for it.
This matchup's really weird too because if you you have a lot of advantages here that make this like in Urien's favor some of the time. But when Necro has Urien in the corner, it's really, really bad. Like, it's especially bad against Necro. He has so much weird stuff that he can do to like really take advantage of having Urien cornered. It's really hard to escape because you can't back throw him. He's far enough away that if you get the parry, you can't back throw and get out. Well, I got insanely lucky there. Far from ideal. I gotta get better at like red parrying the drill kicks too. Get stunned now. Okay, that was a good clean out. Let's see if I can hear it come out. Oh yeah, that's so sick. What's up, Amoeba God? But yeah, that's a challenging part of that matchup. Like, if you get cornered, he can stand just far enough away from you that and still pressure you really effectively that you can't parry back throw. Like, so often like Ken players will get right on top of you and you can parry and you get out. And Ken is a much harder matchup than Necro is, but the way that Necro spaces, it can be really, really tough. It's nice. I'm thankful that I don't stun very easy. So otherwise I'd be in real trouble. But also like when I'm in the neutral, I can kind of dominate him, and like I can just hit his limbs. Like that. It's just like, I don't want to be where I am right now. So this is really bad. This is catastrophic. Is getting knocked in the corner. Thankfully, he didn't have much life, but that's like what turns the whole match. Something like that. Go. Oh no! We got the folded up Necro, and his 14-year-old girlfriend, Effie, came to his aid. Oh no, I picked Alex by accident. We're gonna do it though. I basically have no experience with this character at all, so this is gonna be really, really bad. Oof. I picked a bad color too. I know this button is sick though. I think I've played maybe 3 rounds of Third Strike as Alex before. Yep, now I'm stunned and now I'm dead. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I deserve that, for sure.
Enter the heat of battle. Go for it.
Man, the one thing I'm already noticing about Alex is his buttons are really, really bad. I know that I wake up super with him. That's how you know I'm an online Alex. I won a round with EX and stuff.
Now.
Very bad at Canadian grabbing. Because I've never, ever done that before. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. I'm glad that I died. Dude, the W Rose throw is a classic way to lose. Like the Sean basketball. Okay. I'm so happy to be off of this fucking character. We're going back. Back to the big guy. Play this matchup some more. This is an interesting matchup. I think this is very even.
Enter the heat of battle. Go for it.
I will say, I do feel like if anyone is favored, I feel like it's me by it's like 55%, if that. But like these situations are really bad. And I don't have like a true normal unblockable there. You can kind of do one, but it's a little bit different than the one you would traditionally do. I haven't labbed it much, but I know if you catch him really low, you can do unblockable. No! Oh wow, okay. I was very lucky. I feel very blessed to have won that round.
Fighters ready. Engage.
I'm like Joe Biden winning an election. It's like, how did that even happen? I probably shouldn't drop there, because obviously it worked that time, but I think 9 times out of 10, Necro just is hitting a button or something. The classic knee drop into nowhere, and then crouching light kick. I will say, one thing that I've been doing more and more with Urien that looks kind of goofy, but weirdly makes sense to me, is doing like a light knee drop in neutral can sometimes catch things, and against the non-fireball character, there's not a lot of risk involved. Especially if you're not near them, right? Like, you can do it and you sometimes get them, and sometimes you build a little meter and nothing really happens to you. Obviously there's scenarios where it's bad, right? But like, the light knee drop as like the fake out option is not completely off the table for me. I think it seems okay.
Prepare to strike. Now.
So like that attack or that tackle that I just did, very bad. That time I didn't have charge. Oh, I didn't get EX. That's weird. I got a medium Aegis instead of my EX Aegis. Ooh. Good confirm, Kenny. That was nice. It's a good round.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad against Necro too. Forgot about the launcher combo. Ooh, you have those? Oh, I missed it. Oh man. Oh. Brutal. Okay, I mentioned earlier about Paga characters. Okay, so switching supers is something that some characters really do actually a lot. Urien players sometimes actually play Super Art 2 against Akuma. Temporal Thunder, the one where he does like the big fireball, because it gives you like a wake-up option in that matchup, which is really, really nice, because he can just pressure the shit out of you. But also, once you pick it, and there's a level of respect for each other, like you both kind of know that the other person knows what's going on, but that heavy pressure kind of is a lot safer. And you would think that would be an advantage in and of itself, but it's really not. The nice thing about that, like, Cameron from Nebraska is a big proponent of Super R2. He actually plays it like all the time, but in that matchup, because it does so much stun damage. And Akuma is so easy to stun that it's very reasonable to get him stunned with Super R2. For Chun-Li, I know, obviously, I've talked about my belief in SA1 and the Hero matchup, but it's also kind of player-specific to Ruben in the way the style he has. But, man, I'll talk more in a second. Okay, but, actually, like, this character, Necro, is a character that people, use multiple supers for. They use Super Art 1 in some matchups, where it's harder to stun people. People switch to Super Art 1 sometimes. Like my friend Lennon is actually a really good Necro player, and he elects to go Super Art 1 sometimes. So now I'm just going to run away and build meter. It is a little dangerous because he's fully stocked, so I could get stunned and killed. But I would really like to start this round with 2 bars, so that was really nice. When I have the lead like that, sometimes I'll just run away and try to get some more meter. Oh, I got that. So now I have to not stand really close to him because I don't want to be back thrown. Oh, I fucked that up pretty bad. I could have killed him actually. So I think my biggest problem with Urien is obviously like my execution is not very good, and that will come with time. But I also think like I leave a lot of damage on the table. Like there, obviously I just screwed it up, but I can tackle him like a bunch of times. But like, yeah, there's a lot of situations where like I'm not doing a million damage when I should be doing a million damage. That's a big hurdle to get over with Urien, because he's capable of generating so much damage in a lot of situations. But I still kind of play him like Chun-Li, if that makes sense. Like I play neutral and just kind of hang out, and then I do some damage with Aegis, but not as much as I should be doing. that's not what I wanted. Ooh, bad, bad. Ooh, bad, 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 bad. Really nice game.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Yeah, again, I shouldn't be doing that, I don't think. Oof, oof. At least he doesn't have to follow up with anything. Now I'm dead. So the gods smiled on me. I didn't die, because Kenny dropped it.
You win.
But then, I did something dumb and I died anyway. So, there we are. That's how she goes sometimes.
Battle.
Dude, yeah, take the win, man. I always say take the win. Dude, that is kind of a classic.
Into the heat of battle. Go
Yeah,
for it.
you're like, oh, I was spared, thank God, and then you're like, oh, I'll just die. But then it doesn't really feel like you were really robbed or anything because you were supposed to have died. Yeah, and there, like, even if he gets the parry, nothing really happens to him. Okay, so his launch would beat my... Wow, that was such a good confirm. Oh yeah, I can't hit him with headbutt! Oh my god, I forgot! Oh, he's so shrimpy, dude. I can't... He's got such bad posture that I can't hit him with headbutt.
Now.
Fucking Russian people, man. You can't headbutt Russian people. Oh, no quick rise! I thought for sure he was gonna quick rise. That was, not a lot of gorm.
Final round. Go for it.
Dude, Exo, you know. Oh no, my fucking charger. I thought for sure that would kill. Alright. I'll take that.
You win.
I thought for sure that EX was gonna kill.
battle. I got the picture.
Yeah, Necro's really fascinating. Oh my god, this matchup is really scary. This matchup is so scary, I have no idea what to do here.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Even if you don't know what you're doing, I will still die. I don't know how much of a Kabuki you have. But I will say, Ibuki and Akuma are the scariest matchups for me. She can do so many things to Urien that are really not ideal. Like, even if I get a parry on that, I don't really get to do anything. You also probably can just frame trap me, honestly. I also shouldn't be sweet spotting Ibuki because it doesn't really work. What? Oh, I did it too early. I think I did it too early. But yeah, like, Ibuki can just dash through stuff. Like, too scary. And her pressure against Urien is so insane. Like, so hard to handle.
Battle. Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh, really? I've never seen you play Ibuki before, actually.
Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
I've seen, like, Ken a lot. I've seen your Urien. I've seen your Hugo. I know, Kenny, you like to kind of enjoy just, like, playing a lot of different characters. Good night, Jesse. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I'm gonna get stunned really quick. That's what I get for looking at chat. Man, I'm so afraid to hit anything other than a light button in this matchup. Because everything you do is so much faster. That was really stupid. I should not have done that. Oh god, why did that come out like that? Oh, that got really laggy all of a sudden. My Aegis is just a regular fire. Can't she get out of sweet spot? And she can also just like jump and super me, right? Like, oh, he's super 3, but I don't get to keep my pressure on, right? Like, I don't know the matchup very well though, but I've been told that I'm not supposed to sweet spot her. Okay, so that's still on the table. But if I leave too much space, it's bad. Okay, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah, I have like next to no experience. I played Yogurt Brain, who's a very good good Ibuki player, cold at Frosty Faustings this year, and he beat me. I did have some sweet moments in that match, and it was actually much closer than I thought it was going to be. But I went in thinking, okay, Yogurt Brain's going to kill you, and that's basically what happened. I don't know why I'm watching. Yeah, I get that, like, she's in the air a lot, so, like, the air spheres are... Why did that come out? The air spheres are good. But really, like, just nobody plays Ibuki, so I'm not used to this matchup at all. Like, everything hits, like, 1 to 2 more times than I think it's supposed to. So, like, my parries are really bad, right? No, I think that's a fair point, yeah. And I also think, like, I just need to watch videos and like read about it and understand what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, it's really weird. Like your Kabuki pick made the connection get weird. We are really far away though, so I mean it's not gonna be perfect. And we are on beautiful delay-based netcode, so you know.
Engage.
Yeah, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get out of this. Like that. If he gets too close, I can get out. Forgive me, EXO. I wasn't confident. I wasn't confident in my sweet spot, so I went for sour.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Oh, you got the Netflix buffer? Remember when a bunch of Republicans were saying that, like, at the beginning of the coronavirus thing, that gamers need to, like, find better times to play games because they're, like, eating up all the bandwidth? And then somebody released the figures of how streaming has affected bandwidth over, like, the amount of extra traffic that, like, Netflix has gotten since the quarantine. That was kind of a bad ageist, but I just really wanted to get out of the corner. It didn't matter at all, but yeah, like it's so funny. Like people were so up in arms, like, oh, everybody's playing video games online, so I can't send my fucking taxes in or whatever they were trying to do. And it's like, no, dude, people are just watching like Narcos and shit. Like streaming video eats up so much more bandwidth than playing fucking Bird Strike. But you know, people will always find ways to get upset with us.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yeah, that's for sure a thing, EXO. That's for sure a thing. Okay. Wrong direction, but that's okay. Oh no, the lag! Killed my combo. I didn't even have charge that time. I didn't think that would hit. A stupid reason to not have charge. Oh man. Okay, I got over the kunai with that. I thought that might work. Okay. We got one round. I barely got it. That was crazy, I dashed through that. The one thing I did know is that if she does SA1... Okay, so that time Kenny quick throws. But if she does SA1, you can re-drop through the kunai. Dan showed me that. I thought that was really fascinating. And I've tried it, and it has worked. But it's kind of like a weird situation that you wouldn't think would work.
You win.
EXO, how do you get used to like talking while you play? Because I know you sometimes do that, like when you stream. I've watched you stream and you or record matches, and you're able to like not necessarily have like full conversations, but like talk a little bit while you're playing. I find that really hard. So I'm trying to do it, but it's kind of like drumming, right? It's like two brains, like you're doing two things, like feeling two rhythms at the same time. It's really hard.
Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
It just feels so unnatural. Like I have to move away from my gameplay to talk. Although maybe what I'm talking about is not particularly entertaining anyway. So. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm definitely at the point where I have to concentrate way more. Ooh, we took a little dip in quality here. Moving to 240p. Ooh, I got the dash through. That's another thing I've been working on too, like to escape the corner if you can dash through them when they're getting up. Oh yes! Got another round, got another round. Dude, okay, so knee drop out, I agree most of the time. And I'm sure I'm wrong about this, right? But at least in my perception of this matchup, I feel like it's really hard to find a window to knee drop out. Because she's hitting so many buttons that are so frame advantageous compared to what I'm doing, that I find it really, really hard. Yes, no perfects. I find it really, really hard to knee drop out.
You win.
Oh yeah, Kenny, I'm sure that makes sense. I don't know why you would jump jab, but... Oh yeah. I get to meet her that way too. That's smart. No, I get what you're saying now, EXO. Yeah, that's smart.
Are you ready? Go.
I'm even afraid to like throw meters. I think my problem is I get in these spots where like I'm in the corner and I'm so like paralyzed with fear that I'm gonna die, especially against like a Muki or like Kuma, that I just do nothing, which is like also pretty bad. It's like almost as bad and sometimes worse than doing the dumb thing that like my mind is telling me to do. That was smart. That was smart.
You win.
I'm probably gonna call it in a little bit. It's about 10 o'clock our time. I have to do a couple other things before I go to bed. Yeah, that's definitely true. I think it's a really hard matchup. And I know like good Urien players like Dan that are like really scared of this matchup. There's also I think another big part of it, another big proponent of this being a scary matchup is like Kenny is quite a good Ibuki player, but there's very few good Ibuki players in the US. I mean in Japan too, like there's really not that many Ibukis. So it's hard to find people to play like on a regular basis that are strong Ibuki players. Like I know Tenren plays with you guys on 360, right? But like other than him, it's kind of hard to find people. And Tenren is like the Ibuki. Oh man, I guess I must not have charged long enough. I always misjudge just how much chip that does too. Like, I think I'm safe. It actually bounces really good too.
Now.
That was supposed to be EX. It's like there, I missed out on a ton of damage. But I'm also not sure like how the tackle combos work in the corner against the Goofy either. Time to revisit a Dan video. Man, it's so weird. I wonder if it's like the connection that's making me... Oh, that was supposed to be EX. Yeah, I'm losing out on... Oh, man, I almost got it. I'm losing out on EX a lot.
You win.
Jump medium punch. I guess that makes sense, just like scooping or swatting her out of the air. It's kind of like there's a while where, and I still do it a lot, but I was even more reliant on headbutt than I am now. And there's a guy from Minneapolis who plays Oro who's pretty decent, and I had to like really train myself to not headbutt in that matchup because he doesn't do anything. He's so short. Okay, now we're fighting the Queen. This is a great color too. This was my color when I played Chun-Li. Now we're in trouble though. He's got a bar. I got nothing. Oh no! My headbutt's gone. It was supposed to be a baby's first unblockable. Got to confirm that time. Lightning legs? Yup. No, I dropped the combo! I had the hit from the Aegis. I should not have actually done that, EX. I know Kenny.
You win. Battle. Well, I got the pick. Yeah. I've been waiting for this.
Ooh, I got the table on my side. Alright. I'm basically Ryan now. Just wasting a bar. Wasting a bar against Chun-Li is so smart. Wow, that got really choppy. Kenny's girlfriend is watching so much Narcos right now.
Go.
Ooh, good carrot though. I think against Chun-Li, I'm willing to take Bro if I'm not getting supered. way too predictable with that low forward. Oh my god. Oh. God damn it. God damn it, Kenny. That was not supposed to happen. Oh. I got very lucky. I got unbelievably lucky. Man, that round was Oreo shakes, huh? Man, I'm so jealous. Also to settle for Kang's guava juice. We don't have a Costco near us. Oh yeah, dude, for sure, for sure.
Engage.
Did you like the fireball that I did into Chun-Li meter? $3 for $6? That is dangerous. If it's anyone's first time playing Third Strike, watching this chat, do not do fireballs into Chun-Li having meter like I've been doing. It's not a good idea. I'm dead. I'm dead, folks. I was dead there. My life flashed before my eyes. I saw the hit spark. So like, at Combo Breaker last year, I met Exo, Lance, and Betran, and we were gonna go to some burger place to eat food after everything had ended, but we ended up, like the place was closed, and we were trying to figure out where to go, and Betran discovered that there was a TGI Fridays nearby, and he was like really excited to go to TGI. Oh, great. TGI Fridays, and the rest of us were like, okay, well, it's kind of weird, like, it's not particularly good, but, you know, whatever, we'll go, right? So we decided to go, and everything's fine, and everybody's ordering, like, flavored margaritas, and Exo orders, like, I think you ordered, like, a peach one, I don't remember what you ordered, but then you realized you wanted guava, and then you just ordered a guava one too. And then we talked about guava juice for like 20 minutes, and then I started drinking guava juice like all the time. Because it's like, I had it before, but I kind of like, you ever just like forget things exist? It's like, you talking about guava made me remember that guava is a thing. And I was like, oh yeah, guava juice. And then I, you know, went on a little guava kick. And the thing about the like canned guava juice is like you really can taste how much fucking sugar is in that stuff. It just tastes like sugar. It's like you're drinking like Kool-Aid. You ordered peach twice? I thought it was only one time. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wasn't ready with the charge. Like how I gave up corner and didn't Aegis at all. That was smart too. Oh yeah, I can't do this against him. God damn it. It's not gonna hit me here. Fucking twins. How did I get EX? It's times like this that make me remember why you guys all play OE. Yeah, it's really strange. It is not. It's kind of nonsensical. I'm hoping that like what's happening with Guilty Gear Strive, where they made it with delay-based netcode and people freaked the fuck out so much that they changed it. I hope that this is like a turning point. And also COVID, right? Maybe COVID will be the kick in the teeth the FGC needs to be like, guys, get rid of this delay-based shit. Like, maybe it'll be done forever. And GGPO is open source. I don't understand why you wouldn't just like... I mean, I know it's not like you just copy and paste it in your game, but it is less work than like creating your own netcode. No! I just shouldn't have used it. If I can't get it, you're unblockable. I get like an extra hit, maybe? And a full ender, too. That's not fair. Ooh, I'm really dead. I knew I was gonna get chipped out, so try to get out.
Go for it.
Okay, not gonna quick rise. I have no reason to eat that. Got very lucky.
You win.
Got very, very lucky. Yeah, it's strange too, and that like PS4 is the one that everyone is on too. Like Steam has a very, very low player base, from what I've been told. But I've heard that Steam is the best version, like of 30th. But it requires you to kind of play with it a little bit. Like it requires some messing around with the settings. Also, I just feel like the FGC is just not particularly PC based. Like, I feel like a lot of us are not PC gamers. We've always been like console people or arcade people. Yeah, I should just not. I mean, that works to some extent, but we can just carry it. And then I eat a shit ton of damage. No! He got in before my medium kick came out. You can see the like hitbox coming out for the animation for the medium kick. Oh, I wanted it to trade with the rush punch, or the dash punch, lunge punch, whatever you want to call it. No, I'm dead! Yeah, dude, that's my problem with PC, right? Is PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 4 were the same, right? But PC to PC, there's so many different, like, problems that can arise. Like, somebody has a different graphics card than you or whatever, right? Like, I like the fact that on console we have... It just seems easier to develop for. Like, everybody's got the same hardware. I mean, obviously there's, like, PS4 Pro, right? But, like, traditionally, consoles have been, I think, a little bit more uniform in a play experience. I also prefer that to PCs. And I feel like I get more mileage out of my money, out of my dollar, for console. I'm not playing very well right now.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oof. Big damage. Oh no! I'm so sorry, Kenny. That was a terrible use of meter. Oh my god, Kenny, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happened. I'm so sorry that you lost to a baboon after barely dropping your very difficult combo. Oh man, I was ready for that. Okay, Kenny, I'm gonna play one more, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Well, yeah, I guess I'm more mean on the hardware side, Amiibo God. But, no, you can play Young again. I don't care. You can play whatever you want. But, yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, Steam games are traditionally much cheaper. And paying for PS Plus is not the best. Although, if you get mileage out of the free games... Oh, man, this matchup. If you get mileage out of the free games, and you get mileage out of the discounts in the store and stuff, it's not the worst. Like, my PS Plus usually pays for itself every year. So, you know, I don't know. But definitely Steam is awesome. It's just like, PCs are expensive and you have to, mess with them so often. get some meter back. I guess I would have gotten more meter if I would have just finished out the unblockable though. Oh no, I dropped it. Okay, so I have to do the George Costanza thing, where like I play like dog shit, and then I do one decent thing, and I win a round, and then I bow out. Right, we're done. I'm gonna do the classic, right? The win quit. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Kenny, for playing all these sets with me and bodying me really badly. And getting me used to talking and playing. It is very strange, and I definitely didn't play the best, but happy to hang with you guys, and happy to get to talk to people. I know it's kind of dude, I'm happy to play no matter what the connection. Dude, thank you guys for hanging out. I'll try to do this more. It's kind of weird to just like sit around by yourself all the time, and it's kind of like I'm not by myself because other people are talking to me, even though it's through text. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and spending your evening listening to me ramble about weird shit. So we'll do these more often. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching this on YouTube. But we'll see you guys soon. Thanks again. See ya.